Yes, rest in peace, Betty White. I didn't even know until I started this stream up and I verified it passed away at age 99. Damn, man. That's pretty nutso, huh? I was a huge, and I'm still a huge fan of the Golden Girls. A lot of people find that shocking that a man in his 40s grew up watching the Golden. I fucking love them. My voice was gone this morning, man. My voice was... That's why I couldn't stream as early as I said. I had to go pick up the arcade machine. I would have started streaming. Like, I've had a cold. I'm perfectly fine. Don't feel anything else, but I wake up in the morning. It does sound like this. I sound like... What's his name from Sling Blade? Oh, the Golden Girls is funny as fuck. People are still shocked that why? I don't give a fuck. Yeah, damn right. I like one of my favorite shows of all fucking time. Eat my ass. So I heard a lot of people, we're going to be watching a whole bunch of SunnyV2 videos. I actually find his stuff entertaining. I know people will, for some reason, be angry that I find his stuff entertaining. You're on the internet again, so long as no one's putting out meaningfully disparaging content that they know is factually wrong. Fox ate my dinner. Thank you for the super chat. I know there was one before you, though, and I was going to answer both. Rest in peace, Betty White. Yeah, dude, it's sad. God, like, couldn't she have lived to 100? God damn, I'm not making a joke out of it, but she's like, she trolled us in the like, nah, I'm leaving. I'm out. Sorry to hear about what's going on with the editor. Yeah, he's doing okay. He'll be all right, man. It's just, you know, I'm dealing with the same thing with heart palpitating doctors trying to get me set up with a cardiologist to make sure it's benign. That's what they're doing with him, too, you know. And like I said, dude, I would be way more panicking. And there's someone, Brody, if you're watching this, I know we meant to talk this week. I just suck with scheduling. I may have someone temporarily take over for him if he can't start up again. Well, in January, which is, he said the 4th or 5th. But if he can't start on the 4th or 5th, I may temporarily get a temp person. Where were you? A lot of fun and not fun shit went down on Discord server last night. I was drunk and fixing a computer. I'm serious. And Fox ate my dinner. I hope you feel better too, man. Not to, I don't want to downplay, you know. So, oh, you guys will find this interesting as we're waiting to hit the 500 number, which we may not hit this time of the afternoon. So I'll wait till like 15 minutes and see. So that Razer gaming computer, remember I was saying that it was pinning to 100 degrees Celsius anytime I gamed. If it was more than like 20% of the processor's resources being used, at least according to MSI Afterburner, it was 100 degrees. And I'm reading, oh, it's just how the processor runs. It's the 98980 Intel i9-9980HK is a hot processor. Just deal with it. It sucks, I know. And undervolting. And then they did something with, I updated it to the newest BIOS to see if it would fix the temperature. And then if you use Intel Extreme Tuner, they now blocked out everything if you updated to the newest BIOS. I'm like, oh, that's fucking great. So I'm like, all right. VH, there's a happy ending to this, though. My butthole did not get pounded. So I'm like, yeah, 100 degrees. So I don't care what anybody says. That's not okay. I mean, the thing is barely about a year old. So I was like, either they didn't put on good thermal paste or they put on thermal paste and it was like they did a shit job of it. So I took it apart. This one, admittedly, I actually did with my dad because it was like super tiny ribbon cables, and I start shitting myself with that stuff and get too spat. And my father's been dealing with that since his entire life. So I work with him because it was one of those situations where you needed 3 hands, even though it's an Intel NUC module. Cracked it open, and we cleaned the crap out of it, put new paste on, and here I'm thinking, I would have made a video on this. I would have included my dad in it. I don't care. I'm like, it'll decrease the temperature like 2 degrees. It'll just barely keep it from throttling. It makes a 15 to fucking 20 degree difference. It no longer throttles at all. 15 to 20 degree difference. That's insane. It no longer throttles. And if I know people are going to ask, yes, there was a proper amount of thermal paste put on by, I'm going to say Intel, because I'm sure that Razer just gets the NUC modules from Intel. And yes, the copper plate was seated on properly. So they must have just been using very awful thermal paste that was not helping the cooler dissipate the heat. So I never have seen that much of a difference. They must be using Elmer's fucking glue as thermal paste. I don't know. Yes, because I'm using the same exact software. Kratos. I'm using ADA64 and I'm using MSI Afterburner. So so I am no longer throttling at all. Yeah, that's a huge difference. If I knew that, I would have made a video on it. I'm just thinking maybe, all right, it's gonna, like, especially when I saw the paste, I'm like, this was a waste of fuck, because it was a pain in the ass to take the module apart. I think Gamers Nexus said the same. And I'm thinking, I see the paste, and look, the thing was seated, the cooler was seated properly, so it wasn't like it wasn't mounted properly. The paste looked plenty fine, at least in terms of it was still, like, it wasn't dried out, it was and it looked like they were using a decent thermal compound, but apparently they fucking weren't. So when I put my stuff on, man, made a huge difference. I bought some really nice Noctua cooler. Yes, rest in peace, Betty White. Kiss and sniff the bird? Well. Yeah, I'm kind of surprised this afternoon, probably because people want to see what's up with EDP. Yeah, I didn't even realize that I had a cameo in this SunnyV2 video. I don't care. I think it's because what I said was true. You'll see. I don't want to spoil it. So yes, if you think your temperatures are too hot, whether it be a laptop or desktop, have someone or have yourself check, make sure the cooler is mounted properly and that the thermal paste isn't shit. Like, Razer, that wasn't a cheap computer. You really had to save that hay penny on cheap ass fucking thermal paste? And it was throttling the processor, because ADA64 with Intel chips anyway tells you how much it was throttling. I was losing. It said it was throttling the processor down to 21%, almost a quarter of performance I was losing when that cheap chip heated up. Quarter of the performance I was losing. Quarter. I gained that performance now. It's an 8-core 16th. That is insane. And you know how many people buy these little computers? I'll probably show it to you later when I'm more drunk. A lot of people buy this computer for productivity. Think about it. You're losing a 25. Think about how that adds up money-wise. Two, say you're video editing and time is of the essence, and the more you get done, the more money you make because you get paid per project. If you're losing 25% of your day, close to it, that's a lot of money. So their cheapness of using shit thermal paste could cost a video editor possibly thousands of dollars every year. You don't think about that stuff, but it's true. Could I use your quotes for ad-libs for my, what do you mean, gay rap songs? You know, in 2021, and Rich had so much fun. Now it's almost 2020. You know what Rich and the birds are going to do? They're going to poo, probably. The birds are going to let out big shits. And by the way, my children will be here, but there is going to be other 4 very sober adults that are around them. So if you see a child walking here and I start having some beers, don't think that they are not being attended to. So before everyone gets their wellness check phone. And Rich, why would you even bring that up? I'm like, well, you know, people would try to do that anyway. So I'm just putting it out there. Yeah, it doesn't. It's weak sauce. Yes, Google Fish. But I just want to. I missed Mari's super chat, did I? Oh shit, Felice and Nanyo Rich, and also the chat too. Thank you, Mari. Yeah, sorry about that. So yes, that's where I was done last night. I was. Okay, SRB. Yes, I was drunk and fixing a computer with my dad. So. Drinking around my kids for the non-existent times that I drink a year, like, which is like, well, I drank last night, but I literally probably 5 to 7 days, if you really want to add them up, out of 365, I may have enough beer where I feel it. But I put it out there so in case there is a child scene where everyone's like, wait, Rich is having beers and his kids are there? Happy New Year. Thank you, Brian. Happy New Year to you, too. Yeah. It's she passed away. Oh, lol cow. You're gonna get blocked, dude. You're not in my home. You don't know what goes on here. So you putting out fake information that's not true, saying that I get high around my children, I'm gonna unfortunately pull a DSP at this point and tell you to fuck off. You don't say, there you go. That's the kind of shit that'll get you blocked. You're gonna say disparaging things like that with a name lolcow too on top of it. Like that'll get you banned. I got a ThinkPad X1 Carbon 9. It's so good. Yeah, I heard stuff about the new ThinkPads, the Lenovo's. Small laptops weren't meant for thermal portability and power efficiency. It's king. Also, yes. And that's the thing, too, about, admittedly, for that Logan Wood, you kind of bring up a good point, kind of tying into what I was talking about with that Razer. That Intel NUC module, that's a mobile chip in there. And the fact that they cheaped out on the paste, Logan, is incredible because you need every ounce of thermal performance you can gain out of everything, whether it be a decent paste, whether it be even if it's a small cooler, a good copper cooler with some good coolant in it, you know. And so they know. That's the part that I think annoys me too. They know. Yeah, Void of Zen, you're 110% correct. And here's the thing. There are, like I just mentioned, that my mother, my father, the kid's mother, my kid's mother, and their uncle, my soon-to-be 20, well, no, he's 19-year-old brother, are all going to be here. I'm putting it out there because that shit happens. And even if I didn't mention it, that kind of stuff would happen. It's happened. I've been swatted multiple times. Soft swats, but I've been swatted. You know what I mean? So, ooh, wow, we're already at 500. Why do you wish you were bald? I almost missed you, NYC. I wish they made all the colors of all the super chats bright. It's not that I'm giving preferential treatment to someone who pays more. I don't play that shit. But, like, bright red does catch my attention. You know what I mean? Rich, I keep getting phone calls at midnight from the same money. I don't want to pick up, and I'm thinking of getting a firearm. Is it a phone number that you can trace? Is it an actual person or is it like some kind of automated thing? You know? Yeah, I'm going to have to probably buy an HDMI modded Xbox to make that video, because I told you what happened with all the... I was fully set on making that video. All the footage I recorded, all the footage was fucked up and only recorded like one small quarter of the screen. All right. So, we're going to watch plenty of shit. This isn't it, but we'll start off with the main event here. Usually I'm probably doing it the exact opposite way. I should probably hold it off till the end and bait people like every other news place does, but I'm not going to do that. Do we have the sound up? Yes.
EDP445 has been fired from 3 different jobs over the last couple of weeks as a result of people exposing his employment to TikTok.
Yo, so you know what that tells me? He didn't have a fuck... Dude, he had a few million subscribers, right? He wasn't saving anything. What super chat did I miss? I didn't miss anything, man. Oh, yes I did. Yes I did. Yes, you can get 2 wash your bowls. Whoa! What? Oh, hi. Wash your balls. Yes, dear. How are the babies? Good. Okay. See? They're here. With their mother to watch them. We're going to watch a few videos, man. Bought an OG, and we just had to deal with a troll who compared us to Wings Mods, and we made him fuck off. Don't even... You know what, man? Don't even mention him here. Don't even mention him here. That guy Lolcow was here before. I just ignored him a few times. But when you're saying that, which his name kind of gives away his intentions. But if you're saying that I'm sitting there like drinking and just laying around stoned in front of my kids when you have no idea what's going on here, fuck off. That I will block. That I will ban you for. That's putting out slanderous misinformation.
He's apparently completely out of money and as a result has been evicted.
So, yeah, he was probably buying everything under the sun and probably had 0 in his bank account, which I guarantee you there's a lot of YouTubers. Not saying that I would never have to get employment again if my YouTube imploded, but the lights wouldn't be shut off. Nah, Tijo, you're fine. I get why you were saying it, but that's... Talking about it more is what they want. Do you still have a disc? Yes, I do. I think you have one, but I was in it, but I left because it had the limited amount of servers you be in. I do have a new one. Yeah, I should put the link. I tried to put the link in here. It didn't work.
Evicted from a few different properties and is now living out of a suitcase in a couple of unconventional crappy locations. However, the craziest update in the EDP445 tragedy is that only 3 weeks ago, according to one of his former YouTube buddies by the name of Felipe, the big man himself has actually been put behind bars.
This is the Henderson, Nevada Detention Center.
I heard this is maybe a pile of shit. Oh, hey, Rich, just wanted to say I finally got an Xbox. Congratulations, man. Also, Happy New Year, everyone. Thank you, Senior Ding Dong. And see, it's not because, okay, yes, he donated 50. And no, he didn't ask for the nips out so the nips don't come out. But the bright color gets your attention. It's not that Pacific Productions donation is any less important. It's just that bright red, that's why they have it that color. So they should do something like, or maybe, okay, fine, you want to give, because if people are donating more, you want to make it more eye-catching to incentivize it. I get that. Or maybe make like the donates pulsate or something. I don't want to do the sound because the sound would get too annoying for the rest of the audience. And I don't want to annoy you guys because, like I said, I do appreciate everyone being here. And for me, like, I don't want to be like, oh, Jesus, every time someone donates, I hear. That'd actually be pretty funny for like 2 fucking minutes. Then I'd be angry and want to shut it off. One of my favorite streamers was Docs from the Epic Dad. He called the local police, let them know about potential. It's what you have to do. It's what I've done. That's why, like, they'll actually, like, call me first or I think you might have missed my super chat. See, how the hell did I miss? And you know Sergeant Jason Bond, I always answer you, bro. I'm kind of slowly... I'm not seeing it, dude. Yeah. I'm not seeing it at all. Oh, did that guy... Oh, you know, yes, I did. Motherfucker, did that guy make a video about kid behind the... No, I answered that, too. Not only did I not forget that, I did answer it. Sergeant Jason Bond. So, I heard some interesting things about this guy, so we'll get back to him. No, this song gonna come. The song will be back like tomorrow, dude. I assure you.
Inmate Brian Moreland would like to receive the call, and I said yes.
Things have gotten so bad for EDP.
You know what? Just because I'm a nice guy, I'm gonna be festive until still to whip out the nips. Oh yeah, I had just a t-shirt on under that too. You get nips. You get holiday nips. You know why? Because I'm in a festive, shirtless mood.
The right now...
Borbs, thank you very much. So the Sunday walk, the song will be back tomorrow. I just like fucking around a little bit, and for some reason I thought I wanted to hear chickens cluck with the music from Last Battle, because that's what a normal 40 age man wants to hear. 40-year-old it.
As we speak, he's applying to have his name legally changed. However, in a world of tit for tat where you unavoidably reap what you sow, it's hard to say that his punishment is undeserving.
He is, dude, he would have to lose like 600 fucking pounds. The Ballard, I see you here, bro. I'm gonna make you a mod. I know you're good people.
And in this video, you'll see how bad things can truly become if you plant weeds in your garden.
It's bubbly blueberry pomegranate seltzer, and it's actually quite fucking good.
As opposed to flowers. To what extent should a person's life...
Actually, I want to thank who gave the $50 dono, because you not making me, you actually didn't ask for it, but you incentivizing me to whip out my nips made me realize I had a t-shirt on under it, so now I'll be actually a lot cooler and more relaxed when I just put the t-shirt back on. So you are a fucking legend.
Be ruined for the mistakes made in their own past. At what point, if ever...
Also, too, if I make you a mod, it means that I recognize you and trust you, and two, you don't have to do a fucking thing. I don't expect shit from my mods. I just want to make that abundantly clear. Ninny's Pink out for Betty. Yeah, rest in peace, Betty White, man. I'm going to give her applause. All kidding aside. She's a legend, man.
Should EDP445 be forgiven for his own foolish decisions? Does EDP445's work completed prior to his cancellation hold any residual value, or was it rendered completely and utterly useless?
Once you get caught for doing this, it's over. You're not redeemable.
From the second he showed up to that cursed Bakersfield motel. We asked this last question because prior to the 18th of April 2021, things were actually going reasonably well.
Happy birthday. Oh yeah, you just told me that you were before. Happy birthday, Sailman. You get an applause too. Yeah, I mean, hey, bless her, man. She lived to 99.
For EDP445. If you look at his Social Blade graph, you'll see that he gained 520,000 subscribers over the course of 2 months in April and May of 2020. People loved him because he was one of the last few YouTubers who had absolutely no filter. He was unconcerned about ad revenue and therefore swore like a trooper while tackling some of the...
How could he not be concerned? Look, man, I'm still concerned about ad. We're all concerned about ad revenue. But he had to be making money off of it somehow. He can't pay his bills now.
Most crass yet hilarious topics. EDP445's unconventional mind was always spoken honestly, so he stood out as unique. It's not surprising either. In a world where everyone else online is always walking on eggshells, trying not to offend anyone, EDP445...
Yeah, dude, that whole show was... The whole cast was great.
Fly's brash attitude and unapologetic approach to life was somewhat refreshing for those who saw the world in a similar way. However, of course, such an...
They had over 2 million subs. What'd you do with the money, dude?
Approach wasn't without controversy. In 2017, as a result of his unconventional content, he'd be banned from YouTube for a period of 2 weeks, while Twitter was a little harsher, placing a ban on his main EDP445 account permanently. Additionally, after hitting 1 million subscribers in early 2020,
he already broke the community. What did he say in that video? I would be curious, though. I don't know if I would take his side or not.
YouTube refused to send EDP a gold play button, stating that the channel didn't match their eligibility criteria.
Because according to them, my channel doesn't match the criteria. I'm like, my channel has 0 community guideline strikes. It has 0 copyright strikes.
EDP would gain support from other large YouTubers such as Some Ordinary Gamers, who stated that the refusal was stupid.
YouTube, can you just give this dude his play button? If he doesn't get his play button...
I mean, this is before we knew he was a gross dude. But if you still have him on the platform and you're still monetizing his content, again, putting aside what we knew later, but to say he never did that, yeah, I kind of think it's shitty he didn't get the button. All right, he had a strike, but if the strike was removed and he, at the time, he wasn't, yeah, I don't know how I feel about that. Dude with the money? He bought a bunch of guns and shit, dude. He had a bunch of guns.
I'm gonna buy him this play button.
While EDP was also made a custom YouTube play button by a fan of the channel, displaying the love and support he had from the community at the time. However, perhaps YouTube and Twitter were able to see something objectively that those who loved and supported him could not. They might have seen that a man with such an
Yeah, you're having audio issues. Everyone, not everyone else, but other people are saying it's fine.
unfiltered mind may have also been hiding some dirty skeletons in the closet, and correct is what they would eventually be. On the 18th of April 2021, EDP445 was caught in 4K on his way to pick up a cupcake. The topic was covered by almost everyone in the commentary community.
I'm sure by now many of you have at least heard of the EDP445 situation.
Hey, what's up, guys? This is Critical. No! Nipple!
Creators who supported him in the past, such as Some Ordinary Gamers, would upload a video titled EDP445 needs to be arrested immediately.
Why has EDP been dropping hard? Because EDP is an individual that actually got Chris Hansen.
And after it was revealed that a similar situation had occurred,
Let's not forget, though, no, it doesn't downplay. Yes, he's still a piece of garbage and getting what he deserves, EDP, but the Predator poachers were fucking garbage. Again, I'm not downplaying what he did. He's a piece of shit. But
as many as 8 times prior, many consider
there's a very nuanced argument that both sides can play that, like the Archfiend said, and I totally agree with him, if it wasn't for the Predator poachers, he may have always been under the radar and actually, God forbid, did something with an underage kid. But maybe at the same time, because of them, if there was some kind of real sting operation which would have actually put him behind bars, it may have been fucked up. And we don't know he's actually behind bars right now. That may be bullshit.
considered EDP unforgivable, and his life would subsequently descend into a state of chaos, what you might call the beginning of the end. In the 7 days following the expose, EDP...
Like, damn though. Like 20,000, 50,000, 40,000 a day.
445 would lose 200,000 subscribers, almost 10% of his entire count. However, how many followers he lost initially
Yeah, rest in peace, Betty White.
didn't actually matter, because 7 days later, his remaining 2 million subscribers would disappear entirely after YouTube decided to ban his account altogether. At the time of his banning, EDP was exactly 30 years old, and had been creating content since 2010 when he was 19 years old. So the 179 million views deleted in the process meant that his entire portfolio of work completed in his 20s, 10 plus years worth of labor, was wiped out quite literally overnight. One mistake was all it took for YouTube to decide that EDP445 no longer deserved either his celebrity status or any kind of record relating to any of his work completed in the past.
Well, he did get caught. I'm not saying, look, SunnyV2 is just putting all the information out there. He's not protecting. But it wasn't like he just said a bad word or, pulled a PewDiePie, which I'm not condoning what he did when he said the N-word. No, once you get caught even decoy or not, trying to rape a kid, yeah, you deserve to be ruined, you know? I agree. I'm thankful for what the PP does, and I'm glad they do it. But of all the people who do those catches, they handle it like shit. They still do. I know he has like a whole bunch of different like rogue accounts on YouTube. I've seen some of the videos, and as soon as I say, "Oh, what are you defending, EDP? What are you defending?" People like, I'm like, no, I'm not defending people like this. You fucking idiot! Don't hide behind that. It doesn't. Just because I hate what they do, doesn't mean I'm defending the people they go after. They're monsters.
Another method that EDP had for earning an online income was Cameo. You could order a personalized video and get EDP to say anything you instructed him to for the low price of $44. However, following the infamous Cupcake event, Cameo would be contacted by numerous individuals who would receive responses along the lines of, "Hey there, thank you for reaching out. Our team
This is what I'm saying.
is aware of the allegations and are actively investigating this. Thank you for bringing it to our attention. Kindly, Melita." Less than a week later, EDP445's Cameo account was deleted. Another income stream had gone up in smoke. EDP445 then attempted to switch to Facebook. However, after getting
Like, what did you think was gonna... Yeah, okay. Hey, they kicked me off this platform because I was caught trying to fuck a 13-year-old. Hey, Facebook, can I go on your platform? What did you think was... Whatever. It doesn't matter if it was Satan, Hitler, DSP, or Crap Gamer that caught... I can't believe people are trying to... I don't think anyone's trying to defend it. I don't think SunnyV2... I know he's not. But... this just shows how sick that impulse is that these people have. Because everyone knows that once you get caught for trying to do something like this, which especially with all these vigilante groups, the chances are significantly higher. You know that this is going to be the consequence, and you're still going to risk it? That's a sickness, man. Not defending them. They need to be locked up, and they need to be thrown under the fucking jail. But that's how strong the impulse is, knowing that your entire life will be destroyed, and you'll still risk it. Wow. Oh, the birds are going to be having some beers, having some chicken nachos. Yes, chicken. You're going to eat yourself. Yeah, and Michael, they say that in the video, too. They say it in the video, Michael Cortez, that the guy may have been full of crap.
Gaining 6,000 followers, he'd be banned from the platform. It was the same story over on Instagram. His main account was terminated, at which point EDP was likely coming to terms with the harsh reality of his cancellation. However, just before his Facebook was...
He should have come to terms with it instantly, because... This isn't like any other, like even Shane Dawson with the very creepy things that he's done. As far as I know, he's never tried to go after a kid. He'll have a tough time, but he can come back. No, you went to go meet somebody, you got caught by a sting operation. You, out of your own mouth, admitted that if you were hoping it was a 13-year-old girl there, you're done, it's over. I hear Nambla is defending. Who's Nambla? I don't even know who that is.
Deleted, he'd make one final...
I mean, it's not even that he could hide behind the veil of, I never did that. No, you were there with your shirt on, with your big giant black shirt on, looking for a cupcake, or pretending to. I wouldn't want EDP bringing my grub. I'd have half-eaten fries and missing slices of pizza. Well, I don't know. As a guy who actually had a burger today, I may have eaten your burger today anyway, too. Big, giant black shirt, I said.
Interesting announcement. He planned on making his own website to which he would continue posting videos.
But who's even going to watch your platform hosted on their service?
EDP445 announced over on Facebook that he will be making his grand return to the internet with his own website to return to his old video type, I guess.
He's playing. Optimus is playing Just Cause 3. Good game. Is that a real thing? Please say no.
Just want to let you guys know, man, EDP445.com is coming soon. Been about like a week, maybe 2 weeks from now.
EDP4.
Yeah, but you're not even the web hosting services. They may say, nah, chief. And then where are you going to get money from? You're going to get it from PayPal? Oh, PayPal. You're taking money from a guy who's literally a pedophile who was going to go out and he went out to meet a 13-year-old decoy because he thought it was a real 13-year-old girl to rape her. You're taking money from? They'll block him. We didn't watch that one yet, Sailman. We'll watch that later. Nambla is real? Oh, God.
I have seemingly got to the point of fully building the website, as discussed by Tipster here on YouTube.
It still says coming soon, still says today's date. It does look like EDP is actually serious about this whole launching.
Look, what do you think's going to happen? And even if the website got off the ground and he had some service so he could get financial support through it, do you don't think that's going to get DDoSed and some motherfucking submission, Chief? Come on.
A website thing.
However, after an apparent falling out with his website developer, as mentioned in a Reddit comment, the launch seemed to fail.
Update, the website is now returning an error 500. So it looks like he's been having a little bit of trouble launching the site.
Really?
Hasn't been working so well for him.
And to this day, the page remains as an unlaunched, inactive website. In spite of how much of a scumbag EDP445 truly was, you have to give him credit for sheer determination, because he then began to up.
But the thing is, Kyle Phantom, I always hear that the urge never goes away. I think that's why they're so, I think reviled is the right word. Because it's, you never are over it. Isn't there like someone out there like, I have sexual urges towards young kids, but, oh man, you could clip this. But the person said this, where like, I've never acted on the urges, but we could exist as people and never harm your kids. I'm like, nah, dude, you can never be around my kids ever. and he's like the creepiest looking guy ever, which does not help his case.
Upload videos on another third-party website.
Hey, I heard Betty White died, unfortunately.
Called 3Speak TV, where his account would be met with the same fate. It was banned.
He wrote, for some reason my channel was deleted. I don't have a clue what's going on. I didn't violate any guideline. Can you please tell me what's going on? EDP.
After this ban,
bro, once you get caught trying to meet an underage girl for sex, you've violated everyone's terms of service. You violated God's fucking terms of service. Like, it's it. You're not, you can't be a personality on the internet anymore. It's over.
and it seemed as though EDP445 was slowly getting the message from each and every website. His career on the internet was finished. However, the internet wasn't finished with ending his career. Rich,
and they'll never be. Oh, hi. Hey, who's this guy?
from ReviewTechUSA would state that he might be able to get a job working somewhere like Starbucks. However, it was only going to be so long before the trolls would come and inform them of his past.
Gee, I wonder if I was right about this one. I have no idea.
But I don't even know if you could get a damn job at Starbucks and keep it, because you know the trolls are going to come after you and say, oh yeah, that guy you...
Oh, look, his lips are chapped. I wonder if that's herpes.
just hired, I wouldn't keep him employed. You'd probably lose a job at that coffee shop too real quick.
Rich would be correct in this statement. EDP4
Color me fucking shocked. Am I gonna have to take a dump already?
445 moved from Bakersfield, California to Henderson, Nevada following the expose, where it seemed as though he managed to land a job as a Lyft driver in October 2021. However, this job would be fairly short-lived, as a video posted to TikTok by a user called Lennon Jimenez would expose EDP445's Lyft profile.
Bro went from wanting cupcakes to driving for Lyft.
Bro. It says bro. It says bro. Fuck, I gotta applause again. Hey, look, a person who attempted to be a child rapist is about to pick you up. Do you accept? No.
And his position as a driver would subsequently be removed by the company. The situation would promote Reddit's.
Of course. Dude, I would never do something like what he did. If you are a personality with even like 2,000 followers on YouTube, I don't know how people, like, I know there are some people that, but they must do a real good job of remaining anonymous. Because even if you're just a normal YouTuber with a good track record, you could never go work a 9-to-5 again. You will get, because I guarantee you, for what you may have just reviewed a game and not give it the score that someone thought it needed, and they will hate you and want to destroy your life over it. That will get people to get you fired from a normal 9-to-5. You think with what he did, he has any chance in hell? Come on. He's going to have to be like a phantom going from job to job.
Discussion, with one post stating EDP as a Lyft driver, how the mighty have fallen, which received comments such as, "Can you take me to the grocery store? I'm gonna go buy some cupcakes."
Yeah, they did it. The richer ReviewTechUSA is a shill. Yeah, I would shill for Seltzer. No, he'll never live this down. Ever. And from a financial standpoint, I mean, like Jared Fogle, from what I read, still has a few million in the bank waiting for him after he does his. He should have been in jail for the rest of his life, that piece of shit, the Subway spokesperson. But he still has a few million left. He gets out. He's going to be an outcast, but he's going to be an outcast living in a nice house off of interest.
And I hope he doesn't get on any food delivery apps. MF would eat my fries and I'd have.
How do you handle farting at the gym? I try to go in corners and do it, but if someone farts there, you just have to deal with it, man. You just have their ass air up your nose. What are you going to do?
Missing slices of pizza. However, somewhat hilariously, it was revealed shortly thereafter that EDP had in fact been driving for both Uber Eats.
Wait, what? No, he didn't eat the pizza. He did not eat the pizza. That's a lie.
MF would.
Oh no, he's joking.
Eat my fries and I'd have missing slices of pizza. However, somewhat hilariously.
What did Jared from Subway do? Raped underage kids, literally, and would go meet them in hotel rooms? I'm not kidding.
It was revealed shortly thereafter that EDP had in fact been driving for both Uber Eats and Grubhub, which would also both fire him after finding out about the drama.
He was driving Lyft, he was driving for Grubhub and Uber.
Yeah, dude, it's a sickness though, man. Doesn't even matter. Even if you don't do what we do as internet entertainers, doesn't matter if you're working for the post office. Once you're found out for this, it's over. It's done. I don't know. I don't even know if he really is in prison. Like, even this questions it.
Uber Eats, and all three of those companies fired him.
According to a very basic unconfirmed source, EDP also apparently applied at Chuck E. Cheese, but for obvious reasons didn't seem to get the position. EDP445 no longer had the ability to make money online or in real life, as this revealed, unless he were to find some extremely low-skill niche job where they wouldn't check his name online and where he wouldn't have to.
What job is that? They check you, especially in the age of the social media. There is zero job that's, I don't care what you're doing, man. You can be a janitor somewhere, they're checking your background. Can you DSP sniff the bird for me? Yes, of course. Yeah, bullcrap, exactly. They've been checking your background since before this shit. You think, no way, there's no job you could get, unless it's like some job literally under the table, like working at some hole-in-the-wall bar where they literally pay you with cash every night or something. And even then, they'll probably someone walk in the bar like, oh, that's EDP. Yeah, you realize that guy was attempting to rape a 13-year-old, right? Just, you know, that guy you have washing the dishes there, just thought I'd let you know that. You'd be fired from there, too. He had over 2 million subscribers. People are going to know who he is. And he's not someone who could just, like, let's just keep it real, hide himself easily.
interact with any customers who might expose him to whichever company he might be working for. With so many obstacles,
well, dude, obviously he didn't save any of his money
in the way of finding even the most basic of jobs, it's hardly surprising to find out that EDP has been attempting to change his name legally. The application shown on screen states that Bryant Moreland applied for a name change with the Nevada County Court on the 21st of October 2021. The strange part about this is that
and you don't think that people are going to find out what they'll find out his new name?
when you try and search the court register from the Reddit post by typing in his name, Bryant Moreland, it now states that there are no results found, possibly indicating that EDP445's name change has been successful and he's no longer known as Bryant Moreland.
As you can see, I did type in his name, Moreland.
Oh, dude, of course for this. You try to hurt a child, you know people are going to fucking destroy you, dude.
Bryant, submit. No results found.
However, the problem with this, as outlined by the EDP445 subreddit, is that he's not exactly hard to spot. This idiot thinks this will fix anything LeMayo. He will be spotted everywhere.
Why does everyone say LeMayo? He said LeMayo. He said LeMayo like mayonnaise on a fucking sandwich.
No matter his name. He should flee to Cuba or something like this. Changing his name isn't a good idea since it's gonna get leaked anyways. What good does changing a name do when you're as easily recognizable as him, lol? He needs to lose hundreds of pounds and get a hair transplant. Perhaps the goal is to have his name hidden for long enough in order to get a job, as other sources state that he's been, unsurprisingly, struggling with money.
He's broke. Like, YouTube made him money, but after having that, he got broke real quick.
A user by the name of Master at Work, who was one of the people trying to expose EDP all the way back in 2020, stated in October that EDP had less than $3,300 cash left in his account, plus 2 cars and a couple of other things that he might be able to sell.
The only income that he has...
What did he do with this fucking money, dude? How do
other than the $3,300 that...
That's what I'm saying, like... Nikado avocado and shit from what, like, I guarantee you, like, yeah, he's living like a millionaire, but he's living paycheck to paycheck like a millionaire. I don't know this. Maybe he has his money saved. I could be totally wrong, but I kind of just have a feeling that he doesn't.
He has left in his bank account is maybe the 40 grand in weapons and the 2 cars that he owns.
However, in the 2 months since October, users on Reddit used his car's license plate to confirm that EDP445 has sold one of his cars, possibly indicating that his cash stack has dwindled even further. In the same live stream during which Master at Work would discuss EDP's financial situation, it also mentioned that EDP...
That's a nice apartment complex. Why wouldn't you buy a house at that point, dude?
He had been evicted from his apartment.
He's probably spending like $3 grand a month on this apartment, I guarantee you. Yeah, if he moved to Antarctica, people would find him. It's so true.
Complex, as the property owner received numerous complaints about.
All right. I was trying to hold this off. I got to use the little boy's room. Give me like 3 minutes. Gonna go kiss my kids real quick and I'll be right back up. Nature's calling. Here, birds. Sorry. It's between having to take a dump and children.
Having him as a tenant.
Call up Spur Apartments and verify it for yourself. EDP will no longer be living at Spur Apartments. The reason why he got evicted is because of constant harassment the property owner has been getting.
Since then, EDP has been living out of a suitcase at various hotels. However, even then, his detractors have been going around trying to get him kicked out of wherever he happens to be staying.
He's a danger to everyone in here.
Okay, so I just called security. Go ahead and let security know.
That is a Zotac Gaming. I haven't looked at the performance of it. What's the price?
We'll be more than happy to let them know. Thank you very much.
EDP's detractors have made his life such a living hell that
he used to not only do sports, he quote unquote retired from being a commentator minus occasionally a long time ago.
If anything, an arrest or
the Archfiend
short stint in prison would almost make his circumstances more comfortable. We'll preface this part by stating that there have been numerous accounts of EDP being arrested, however they never seem to have any rock solid proof to go along with it, so take everything said in the next section with a grain of salt. In late October, a YouTuber by the name of Matt Simon seemed confident that EDP had been arrested, yet provided no evidence or reason for the arrest.
EDP has been arrested. Today is October 25th. It is 11:30 at night, and EDP has been arrested today.
He does only do sports now, bullcrap, but he used to talk about everything. Go look up his earlier videos. They're still there.
And he was actually arrested today. But
it was.
I don't know what he was arrested for.
This claim clearly lacks credibility. People in the comments requested evidence, to which there seems to be none. However, a former friend of EDP445 by the name of Felipe claims to have some stronger evidence pertaining to the potential arrest of EDP445. Less than a month ago, on the 3rd of December 2021, he'd uploaded a video titled, "Is EDP445 in Jail?" In this video, Felipe explained that while out having dinner, he'd get a call from a private number stating that it was EDP445 who was being held at the Henderson, Nevada Detention Center.
So yeah, you can't go by that though, because anyone could.
Every time I picked up, I was like, hello, and it said, "This is the Henderson, Nevada Detention Center inmate for Bryant Moreland. Would you like to receive the call?" And
because if he was, here's the thing. It must be something, if he is even arrested, it must be for something totally different pertaining, because this would be over the news if it was pertaining to what happened.
I hung up, and then called again, and the same thing happened. Would you like to receive a call? So I said yes, because I was like, I was just curious to see, holy shit, he got arrested, wow,
The issue is the only evidence that he's able to provide is for no caller ID calls on his iPhone, which
damn, that breaks it down.
Isn't exactly rock solid evidence to say the least, and Felipe's character is suspect at best. He only gets views when he talks about EDP445, and without EDP on the internet to defend himself, anyone can say anything. Additionally, if EDP did successfully change his name in October or November as mentioned previously, this would prove the story to be fake, as the guy states that it was Bryant Moreland on the other end of the phone. One comment stated, "Looked up every inmate record in Clark County, which is where Henderson is, Kern County, which is where Bakersfield."
Yeah, they don't think people are going to look into this shit.
And Manatee.
Yeah, he's full of shit. I thought that's it.
County, which is where Bradenton, Florida is, which said that he was connected to online. No Bryant Moreland is in any of those prisons. In the end, it doesn't really matter whether or not he's in actual prison, as it's safe to say that EDP is a man who made a mistake so bad that even outside of concrete prison walls, he barely has a drop of freedom.
700 pounds? Yeah, that's way too much fucking money, dude. For a 3060 Ti with only an 8GB VRAM buffer? No way. Let's watch another one. I like this guy's stuff, man. Not sure about. I was listening to some Midnight Club music. Makes me wish they would make another one, or at least have a port of it. I'm sure we'll see a remake. We see a remake of. They'll remake every goddamn thing, except Fear. Let's see, which one we could watch. Let's watch J Station. Or no, let's watch Wings of Redemption or J Station. Which one? Lies, I'm not muted. I'm looking right. Wings. I see people with wings. Wings. All right, I don't even need to do it. All right, Wings it is. I've already watched it, supposedly, according to the red bar. I don't remember it, though. Hey, Rich, it's my birthday. Can you watch El Galicino for my birthday? What is it? El Galinoso? Possibly, if I'm allowed to. All right, so yeah, we'll watch Wings.
Any question about my personal life? Ban them.
No, I don't got any friends, dude.
No person deserves this kind of ridicule.
I hate my fucking life at this point.
My grandma's dying.
I spend my entire life sitting in this room.
I had $1,400 worth of chargebacks come out.
And all you do is get picked on and criticized. That's my life.
So, Wings is saying that he is a happy guy?
Look here. Look, listen.
Most of you guys would crack.
Jesus Christ, my viewership goes literally over 900. Bring on wings. I got my GPU as a birthday present. It's a 16. It's an amazing mid-range graphics card. Yeah, it is. And now it's being sold on eBay for over 400. Yeah, I got to get on selling my old computer stuff.
Under the stress that these people put me through. I just want to.
Yeah, it's on SunnyV2's channel. I'm not too worried about it. Plus, I'm going to do a different stream later, too. So.
Escape the bullying. I do.
People make fun of me and pick at me.
I'm pretty much defeated in every aspect of my life.
You know, I have no self-esteem to begin with, and I feel like nobody loves me, but guess what? It's okay. He's an easy target.
And that is exactly why, and I don't mean this from a mean perspective, he shouldn't be doing what he's doing. He should be getting psychological help to figure out why he has the self-esteem issues that he has. And being in a line of work where it's like retail on steroids dealing with unruly people is the absolute worst place you could be. You know what I mean?
If you haven't heard of his name before, I guarantee you're definitely not going to forget it from this point onwards.
I detest this game. I hate you too.
I don't mean, I do mean to laugh because it is funny on the surface level. I'm sorry. Jesus.
Honestly.
Those fucking controllers. That's what he should do. He should get a career testing, drop testing controllers for Sony and Microsoft and Nintendo.
Can you stop, Kozo? Ban everybody that says I got owned.
Ban everybody who says I got owned. Bro, if I did that every time I sucked at a game, I'd have to ban every fucking almost 50,000 people subbed on this channel, by the way. That's actually pretty cool. Thank you.
I'm done. I'm sorry, I'm done with the stream.
Geordie Jordan, aka Wings of...
I kind of had a feeling it was gonna to. Pwn Psy, Nintendo Switch passed 100 million units.
Redemption was born on the 21st of April 1986 into what you might call unfortunate circumstances. His birth had been the result of...
Sean Sharp, you're definitely gonna need it, man. And keep fucking drunks off the road, please. People who aren't responsible enough to stay home like me, keep them off the road.
A teenage pregnancy, and due to the young age of his parents, Geordie would be raised with the help of his grandparents in their trailer park home. At the age of 2, his father, an alcoholic, would abandon the family entirely, giving us a pretty clear idea of the unfortunate...
I'm sure that has a lot to do with his mental issues too. Abandonment, you know what I mean?
Means by which Wings of Redemption had been brought into the world. However, while the circumstances were far from desirable, as Geordie Jordan entered school, he would begin to excel in...
Wow, that's really his name, huh?
Sports, claiming to be one of the most athletic people in his class. That would be until a physically gifted foreign exchange student joined his year, placing Geordie in second place for most school sporting events. In order to counteract this, Geordie explained that he began to eat more during dinner time, under the assumption that it would help him grow faster, hopefully giving him a physical advantage over his opponents. However,
it would help you grow faster, but not the way you're wanting, Wings.
This would cause Geordie to begin gaining excessive weight, ultimately leading to a sporting underperformance and isolation into the fantasy world of video games. In the process of this, his family, including his brother and single mum, would move from his grandparents' trailer park home into low-income government housing, where Geordie Jordan would continue to gain weight while further isolating himself from society. By the age of 14, he had reached approximately 240 pounds or 110 kilograms, also being diagnosed with bipolar and social anxiety disorder, adding to the isolation even further. To counteract this, Geordie Jordan would begin to take on various low-skilled jobs.
Carlos forced you to super chat me. Oh, that's an interesting question. You know what's funny is that playing the Fallout games, like I remember in 2008 actually being really hyped for Fallout 3, thinking like, all right, it's RPG, but it's that first-person thing, and VATS looks cool, and I still actually like VATS. But then when I started, I'm like, oh no, man, I can't handle this pacing. Can't handle it. I remember as a kid, if you want to go back really far, Legend of Zelda 2, Adventures of Link, I believe it's the name of it. Because I love the original one. And I'm like, what the hell is this side-scrolling? And what the hell, I'm in this top world, and I'm just, this random blob touches me, and I gotta fight. Like, what is going on here? Like, this is not Zelda. And I know that wasn't necessarily a bad game, but when you're expecting what you got from the first one, the first Legend of Zelda, you know, it definitely was a disappointment. Then there was A Link to the Past for the SNES, which that was the only Zelda game I've ever beat. Call me the next bird, Bill. No pressure, though. No, Betty White, I confirmed it. You know, people were saying it before I actually came into the stream. Memories destroy us, and I confirmed, yes, she did pass away at the age of 99, which is, like, I'm not even trying to be funny, but damn it, could you have made it to fucking 100? Thank you for being a bird, spreading your big hole and shooting turds. Your hole is true. You're a friend and a confidant.
In order to get out of the house more often, as well as earn himself a little bit of income. In his late teens, he would take on various positions such as working at a video rental store, a supermarket as a 911 operator, and even as a Domino's pizza delivery driver. However, he found many of these to be boring and unstimulating, often leading him to quit within only 2 weeks of starting. However, at the age of 18, Geordie Jordan would finally get into a position which he was able to hold for some period of time, specifically a job working for a company by the name of Metglass.
What I did at Metglass is I was an overhead crane operator for blast furnaces that basically poured liquid metal and things out, kind of like Terminator 2.
While working at Metglass in 2007,
I'm just picturing Arnold Schwarzenegger going to Geordie, just get down from there now. Ban anybody who does poor imitations of Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Look here! Look, listen!
Happy New Year's to you, Rich. Happy New Year's to you, too. May the New Year have you more spread your cheeks going to town, and I will...
Spread your cheeks
I found it almost right.
Go to town.
And Burger King chicken sandwiches, no pressure, though. I know, man. I heard about that. She was just about to turn 100. She was just about to turn 100, but hey, 99.9999 years to live is a long, and she was active like with her career basically until the very end. So, you know, good for her. She lived a hell of a life, and she was on one of the most legendary sitcoms of all time.
Geordie and another friend by the name of Z7 Taylor would play Call of Duty in the evenings, also starting to regularly watch sniper montages over on YouTube. In the process, Geordie...
I've always wondered, even when I was in my 20s and a young buck, how the fuck do people, because now I feel like you can't do that quick scoping anymore. They fixed it, because I'm like, how the fuck are you aiming down your sight that quick and just pop it off a shot like...
He thought about making his own videos, however, given his busy work schedule, would dismiss the idea as he had minimal time for doing so. However, in 2008, an event would occur that presented itself as a negative in the beginning, however would turn out to be a huge turning point in his life, the global financial crisis. Geordie explained that since he was one of the more expensive employees at Metglass, he was one of the first to lose their job as business profits began to tumble.
That sounds familiar. I could relate to that literally. I hear my children screaming downstairs with their grandmother.
They started laying people off, and one of the people that got laid off was me because I was one of the newer employees, and I was also getting paid more than most of the employees on the flag factory floor.
He would then be put on government unemployment payments, which in combination with his previous employment history seemed to dampen Geordie Jordan's confidence in relation to his ability to hold down a job working for someone else.
If you think I could hold a job down, you're kidding yourself. The reason I don't get a job is I can't hold one down.
However, there was one advantage.
Well, that's... You missed Sean's super chat? Yours, you mean? Hey, dude, I really enjoy it. Man, I agree to everything. Oh, I did. See, that's what... Shit, even the brighter colors sometimes still make me miss him. But I really appreciate your content. Wish you and your family a... Sean, thank you very much. I appreciate that, man. I apologize for missing your super chat. See, I'm also equal opportunity. I even missed some of the bigger super chats. I think I've actually, my audience could verify or disavow this for me. I've even missed some like $20 and $50 donos before because I'm an asshole. It's not that I'm doing it on purpose.
Advantage to come out of this whole situation. Suddenly, Geordie Jordan had all the time in the world. His friend Z7 Taylor had started making his own Call of Duty videos and noticing the success of them
because I seen Taylor and his channel and I love reading the comments, so I'm like, damn.
He would order a HD PVR capture card and begin to record his own high-definition Call of Duty videos in his newly found free time. Geordie Jordan would then register a YouTube channel under the name Wings of Redemption, taking the name from an inscription on King Tut's tomb which stated, "Death shall come quick on swift wings to him who disturbs the peace of the king." But while making a
well, that's very deep.
A new channel was extremely exciting for Wings of Redemption, he wouldn't even make it past his first video before embroiling himself in some level of controversy. In his very first video, Wings felt the need to stick up for a Call of Duty strategy known as camping, where the player would stay in one location.
Ah, my least favorite form of... Can't stand it. There are some times you messed up big style. Like, yeah, that is like, what is big style?
For a prolonged period of time and wait for players to come to him instead of the other way around.
And you know what sucks is that as much as I say that, you're going to think I'm a hypocrite. There's sometimes I end up like, the only way I could get kills without just being bullet fodder in this map is by camping, because the maps, even in Vanguard, some of them are like, the only way you can not be a bullet sponge in this map is by camping. Like, they force you to.
Around.
Some people think I'm a camper, which I am a camper.
The strategy was common but often frowned upon by players who were more aggressive, and as a result, his comment section would fill up by many who opposed his playstyle. However, on the opposite end of the spectrum, people also respected Wings for his honesty and his unapologetic nature towards the strategies that he preferred, and as a result, he began to
upgrade to Flash 10. You could tell those are some old comments, huh?
Build an audience. Given the almost non-existent competition on YouTube at the time, Wings would quickly become one of the fastest growing creators on the platform, and with such he began to gain the attention of other large Call of Duty YouTubers.
But like everybody else, the mistake they make is you got big off of one game. I like Vanguard, it is fun. I'm genuinely enjoying it. But there are a couple, I would say 2 or 3 maps in there where it's like, really, you're gonna make me camp.
YouTubers, specifically one by the name of Woody's Gamertag.
And the thing is, even if you're doing well, it's not fun. Like, oh wow, I have a 10 kills, 1 death this round. But I just sat in a fucking corner and that's how I got all the kills. Skills!
Hi, this is Woody, the Unexceptional Gamer, and I make Call of Duty videos designed to help my unexceptional brethren do better in the game.
Woody's Gamertag had begun YouTube at around the same time as Wings, and in order for them to share their audience with one another, they would begin to post dual commentary videos.
Hey guys, it's Woody, the Unexceptional Gamer, and I'm doing...
Hi RTU, love watching your streams while I spend the rest of the day traveling for work. Stay safe and healthy, and safe travels too. Stay safe out there. Thank you, I appreciate it.
In a dual com with Wings of Redemption today.
Also starting a podcast together by the name of Painkiller Already, or PKA for short.
Hello guys, this is Painkiller Already, and I'm your host, Geordie Jordan, aka known as Wings of Redemption, for anybody else who can't put 2 and 2 together.
In this podcast, Wings would continue with his strong opinions and unapologetic attitude on topics relating to Call of Duty, however, with such, would also begin to gain a reputation as a guy who would constantly respond to those who shared differing opinions. While Wings' goal was to subdue the negative...
I was doing the same shit back then. I still see some of my comments now, like defending myself and calling like, why? Shut the fuck up, Rich from 11 years ago. You're an asshole.
Feedback by responding to it, it instead seemed to amplify it, as his audience noticed that the best way to get attention from Wings was to simply leave a negative comment, which Wings often struggled to ignore. In addition to this, Wings would begin to show his face more regularly in his videos, prompting negative comments in relation to his weight. However, despite clearly being on the heavier side, his subscriber count was mediated by his gameplay rather than his physical appearance, and by August 2011, Wings of Redemption had peaked as the 281st most subscribed channel on all of YouTube, with a little over 300.
I mean, I know that was a much different time, but that's pretty crazy. 2011 YouTube was still fucking huge. Nowhere near what it is now, but big. So he was the 208 most subscribed. That's nuts, man. This is like the same time where like Fred a year before I think hit 1 million.
100,000 subscribers, and for all intents and purposes, Wings of Redemption's YouTube channel seemed to be chugging along just fine. That would be until the 67th episode of the Painkiller Already podcast, where the tragedy of Wings of Redemption would really set into motion after one of, if not the most notorious Call of Duty events in YouTube history. To spice things up on this episode of the podcast, Woody and Wings would invite another streamer and YouTuber on by the name of Syndicate, who Woody described to be
the best Call of Duty Zombies player on the planet.
Possibly feeling subconsciously threatened by Syndicate's channel and Call of Duty skill.
There's like competitive zombies? I didn't even know that was ever a thing.
Wings was, quote, wildly disrespectful to Syndicate throughout the stream.
I could put up a fight against, you know, in like COD 4, Modern Warfare 2, World at War, but then throw me in against Black Ops.
You would get destroyed in World at War. I have never lost.
In addition to this, Wings would go ahead and state that
he says that he'd be much better at.
Here is the thing. Never, even if you are that good and just had an off day or just that good in general, never, ever, ever, ever said prop yourself up that high, man, because if you do fail, it makes the fail a billion times worse because you're falling from a much higher level because you propped yourself up so high. I never understand why people do that. I mean, it shows insecurity, which is part of it, but you know, just be realistic, man. There's always, even if you're even if you're the best Call of Duty player out there or whatever, there's always still going to be someone better than you. You just haven't met him yet. Thank you. Look, I liked Rich from 11 years ago before it was sad until one day the ninnies came out. Can't believe you called them ninnies. I haven't heard anyone call them ninnies in a long time. And it's spread your cheeks and go to town. You will get that.
Spread your cheeks and just go to town.
I mean, and I'm not saying don't be confident in your gaming ability, but there's confidence in when you prop yourself up this high. When you fuck up, it just, and the thing is, because you hyped up, it's almost like when people publisher builds a pipe for a game. If you build it up too much, it's almost like you're bound to disappoint people. It's the same with this. Thank you for all the fruitful and biblical content. You must have watched El Presador back in the day. It's always good laugh seeing you and the thick birds with the sea. You're a smart man. Happy New Year. May 22 bring the golden egg. You and me both, man.
Zombies on his first game. He doesn't even play zombies, but if he were to, he'd be much better than the best player on the planet.
In order to settle the dispute, Wings and Syndicate would agree to 1v1 each other in multiplayer.
What, you want to go M16s on Bog right now?
That could go. I'd do it for the fun of it. I'd go.
He uploads on another. I know. He uploads on a secondary. His main channel got shut down. I don't think his secondary channel's monetized though. So he just kind of uploads whatever the fuck he wants to there.
Let's do it.
So what map
he
are we
live
playing?
With game rules that favor Wings as opposed to Syndicate.
He lays it all out there, so it's to his advantage.
Just to top it all off, the match was hosted on USA servers, favoring Wings and giving Syndicate a massive disadvantage due to lag as he was located in the UK. There was no way that Wings could possibly lose this match, as the odds were completely stacked in his favor, or so he thought. The winner would be the first player to reach 30 kills, or whoever had the most kills at the 10-minute mark. After 9 minutes of intense back and forth, Syndicate had 13 kills, while Wings only had 9 with less than a minute remaining.
Oof.
Realizing that there was no way he could catch up, Wings would announce that,
Yeah, I probably won't be on Painkiller Ready again.
which was followed by events that I think are best experienced by simply watching the real footage.
Wings, did you spawn in?
I broke my controller.
You broke your controller?
Yeah, keep laughing, you.
Oh, thank you, SunnyV2. I had a feeling you were going to cut those words out.
Why the f you stream that shit?
It was your idea.
I love how calm Woody is. I think that's the most legendary part. Why the fuck you stream that shit? I thought it was your idea. It's almost like a really well-written comedic script. Just
No, I didn't say stream it.
In front of 7,000 live viewers, after hours of trash talk, Wings was humiliated with 9 kills as opposed to Syndicate's 14. Geordie's reaction led his audience to realize one simple thing. Wings of Redemption was not this famous Call of Duty hero who took a romantic risk by starting YouTube. No, he was an immature man-child who happened to catch the Call of Duty YouTube wave while living on unemployment. The difference between his online persona and true personality had finally shone through, and in case Wings' reputation hadn't deteriorated enough already, this was really
I don't know if I would totally go with that claim. The thing is that no, Wings took a chance. I don't think there's anything nefarious about it, but he wasn't built to be in the public eye. And the public eye, no matter what you look like, you could have a 12-inch cock with washboard abs. You could be the most gorgeous woman on the planet. It doesn't matter. Is ruthless. The mob is ruthless, and if you're not built to handle the mob, Wings is what happens. What's up, the gaming politician? How are you, bro?
Beginning. Syndicate will post a screenshot to his Twitter the following day, displaying a conversation in which Wings had requested.
I'm not defending the stupid, like, now he's trying to bribe him to set up a match, like, dumb shit. But it's again, he wasn't built. What did I just do?
Redemption for anybody else who can't put 2 and 2 together.
In this podcast, Wings would continue as the 200 to be the disadvantage due to lag.
I won't be on painkiller ready again.
It's 14. Geordie's reaction led his audience to realize one simple thing. Wings of Redemption was not this famous Call of Duty hero who took a romantic risk by starting YouTube. No, he was an immature man-child who happened to catch the Call of Duty YouTube wave while living on unemployment. The difference between his online persona and true personality had finally shone through, and in case Wings' reputation hadn't deteriorated enough already, this was really only the beginning. Syndicate will post a screenshot to
Sounds like the music from the movie The Rock.
His Twitter the following day, displaying a conversation in which Wings had requested that they play again in a fixed match, where Syndicate would let Wings win with the goal of restoring Geordie's reputation. The screenshot would end with Syndicate stating, "You want to come out on top of this situation, you just made it 10 times worse," as well as, "No way, Wings, you just blew it big time." Wings is
Yeah, he said, "You just blew it big style." Sounds like Tom Syndicate was talking about Wings sucking his cock. Just blow me big style. All right, ban anybody who says I want to blow Syndicate.
Look here! Look, listen!
His videos would then begin to fill with comments regarding his childish reaction to the loss. However,
well, some of it is from Frederick Knutson's video.
Rather than rectifying it by stating that Syndicate won fair and square, Wings would paint himself as the victim of the situation, stating that the reason he didn't win the match was because Woody hadn't set the rules correctly. In addition to this, he would upload videos talking about the many problems that he'd been dealing with, uploaded with the assumed goal of garnering sympathy from his viewer base.
There'd been so much stress with sub box breaking, the view count thing, the losing the 1v1, all the haters, all the loss of subs. I've actually gained 20 pounds because all I've been doing is worrying and eating, worrying and eating.
The problem was...
You know what's funny is that even at my fattest moment, review make it about you, but that's fine because I'm still fat, just less fattish, is that I was weird. I actually only liked eating when I was in a good mood. If I was ever stressed out about something, even at my biggest, I'd rather chew on these porcelain birds than eat actual food.
Was that attempting to garner sympathy ended up having the opposite effect on his reputation, as the approval seeking did nothing but display his overwhelming lack of confidence. This lack of...
And people hate that. People can't stand that.
Personal confidence also began to manifest itself in videos where Wings would talk about his weight, stating that he had gained approximately 100 pounds from comfort eating since his reputation began to decline. In order to combat this, Wings will move in with a newer member of the PKA podcast.
Why does it look like Kyle's getting... Why does it look like Kyle? Why does it look like Kyle's getting ready to take a dump right on Wings' floor? What's up? This is FPS Russia, my friends, and I'm going to push out a log on Jordan's floor. And as always, have a nice day.
Kyle, where Kyle would act as his personal trainer, giving him an exercise routine and cooking him healthy food for every single meal. Kyle had even spent $5,000 to rebuild his shower.
And if he was going to live with me, we would have to put in a new shower. So construction began the next day on a $5,000 shower.
Stating that it would have been too small for Wings to fit.
Like, Kyle looked like he was straight up dropping a dump on Jordy's floor. Ban anybody who says I'll take a dump on Woody's. Ban anybody who says Kyle's taking a dump on my floor. Look here, listen.
Listen.
However, despite Kyle putting in an incredible effort to help Wings,
Quip, they're not a sponsor of mine, but they do actually make pretty good toothbrushes. It's not as good as like a Sonicare, but if you want something super small and portable, I actually like Quip quite a bit. I'm not sponsored by them, but go fuck yourself.
After only a week, Wings had requested to leave. Kyle convinced him to stay for another 3 weeks, leaving after having lost an impressive 40 pounds. Upon returning home, Jordy would hire a personal trainer. However,
did you ever fall? Dude, you know what fucking sucks about the dislikes being gone is that even people who are YouTube veterans, I hate using that term, but I've been doing this for so long, I guess I could say that. Like, you still can't tell. Like, I'm looking for a tutorial on how to use a piece of software, and then I just realized it's the website's trying to send me to a phishing website to go watch porn or something, and I'm not, obviously don't do it, but if I saw the dislikes initially, I would realize the video was a fucking piece of garbage. So it's like going to increase the clickbait. You think about that one, YouTube? I didn't think about this until fairly recently. It's going to increase clickbait because now people can get away with it again because they won't be able to, okay, you clicked on the video, but YouTube's watch time would mitigate because, oh, people click on it, they go right away because they saw the dislikes or they saw it wasn't about the topic. Now, like, say there's a video that's 2 minutes long and you're looking up a tutorial and you don't find out until the last 50 seconds that it's clickbait, like they lead you along, making you think they're giving you a tutorial. Now clickbait could come back. Great job, YouTube. I'm telling you, it's going to not like vastly increase it, but now it gives clickbait more potential. You know? Happy New Year's, Rich. Thank you for all the content this year. Keep up the great work. Thank you, Startella. I appreciate that, my man. There's a Chrome extent. Yes, but once they get rid of it at I forgot what it's called again. Once they get rid of it at a certain level, that extension's not going to work anymore. And again, that's not for their app. It doesn't work on their app.
However, problematically, given his lack of discipline and the return to his old environment, Wings would gain the weight back in the few weeks following his return home. Despite having left Kyle's house, this wouldn't be the last time that they hung
API, yes.
out. Approximately 5 months later, the 3 main members of the PKA podcast, being Woody, Kyle, and Wings, agreed to go on a survival-style camping trip in the woods together. Kyle traveled 3 hours from his house to the location at which they agreed to meet, which was followed by a call to Wings checking to see how far away he was. This would be the point at which Woody and Kyle's continually compassionate attitude towards Wings would finally dissipate.
I'm driving in the night before. Let me give old Wings a call, make sure we're all good to go here, you know. Call him up, say, hey man, you get ready to do this thing. I'm driving in now, about 3 hours from the place. What are you up to? He's like, I'm not going. What? What do you mean? I'm not coming.
What's worse is clickbaiters can disable comments so that defeats the intent that YouTube is going. Yeah. So they could disable they could disable comments so you can't look down at like the top comments and be like, this video is a scam, avoid. You know, you can't tell from the dislikes, which dislikes actually you'd be able to tell from those. Like, oh, the comments are disabled, but I see a bunch of dislikes on this Vegas Pro 19 tutorial, which I actually had to look up a couple of those videos because I haven't edited in Vegas in a couple of years because I have an editor. Yeah, I can't tell anymore. They've actually hindered the functionality of their website. For what? For feelings?
When were you going to tell me? I'm telling you right now.
Wings had left Kyle and Woody to camp by themselves, resulting in Wings alienating his final 2 YouTube friends and ultimately being kicked off the PKA podcast.
Yeah, so we've decided, it was a group decision, we decided that Wings of Redemption wasn't going to continue with us on the show for at least the foreseeable future. He's got a lot of stuff that he needs to work out before he's, up to par with what we need from him. He's
See how the dominoes, and take it from a person who's been there, man. I know I've made mistake. How I've gotten any career is incredible to me. But how having poor mental health not only affects your physical health and your obviously mental health, it affects your relationships, your career. And once the dominoes start falling, it's tough to stop them.
having a hard time, and he's made some decisions that we didn't feel were so friendly. So for the time being, we're gonna continue without him.
It would then become apparent that Wings was questioning whether or not he wanted to continue as a...
Oh god, the Scarface of the YouTube community.
a YouTuber, stating that he would like to quit YouTube. However, the status it provided made such a decision extremely difficult.
I know what I need to do. What I need to do is quit YouTube and move on with my life, but at the same time,
I mean, he's been saying this since, what was this, 2013? I mean, White Boy 7th Street is in the chat, or he comes into the chat. Like, this is when White Boy 7th Street was relevant. So, like...
the high point so far in my life. It's hard to walk away from having access to 50,000 people. Basically being able to get advice at any time of the day, any day of the week.
You're looking for advice from your audience?
To walk away from, being...
Yeah, is he in a... It looks like he's in a bathroom.
Somebody of importance.
No. That's like, what does he have, like a mattress hanging up?
To going back into a world where you're nobody.
However, perhaps the end of Geordie's YouTube channel was out of his control, because by this point, his subscriber count had already begun to decline. The release of Black Ops, Modern Warfare 3, Black Ops 2, as well as the increasing simplicity of creating video content, meant that Wings had substantially more competition for the videos that he was creating. With a dying channel and absolutely no one...
And it's based on one game. There was a Call of Duty YouTuber that was in here. He used to do this as a living, and he's like, Rich, you based your channel on you. I based my channel on a video game. Like, you do that, it's inevitable that you're gonna have a fall. You may reach such heights that you'll be a millionaire and never have to worry about anything ever again. Which, if that happens, great. But that's a lottery ticket. 9 times out of 10, that's not going to happen. So if you do garner a following for one video game, better have a backup, because if you don't make those millions, which most people won't, your channel's not going to last forever. Because that game is eventually, doesn't matter if it's Minecraft, doesn't matter if it's Call of Duty, even Fortnite. Where's Ninja? He's a millionaire. He's that example that I bring. That he's a perfect example of what I said before, that there are exceptions, but no, it's not his hair. It's just my balls that are blue. Can't find him. See what I'm saying?
Else to turn to, Wings would begin to upload variety videos on games such as Fallout and Final Fantasy in a desperate attempt to slow the death of his channel.
Welcome everybody. Welcome to my Fallout 4 playthrough.
He would also attempt to recapture his old fame by covering Call of Duty drama and starting a new podcast called The Podcast.
I actually watched another Sunny, like he explains, and it's very true. Why like that's the thing. Oh, Rich, you haven't hit $1 million yet. Does that frustrate? No, it doesn't frustrate, because I can still make a living doing this. You know how many people can't? And he actually explains pretty well, and I mostly agree with everything he says as to why most gaming channels don't last unless they evolve. Anyway, we'll probably watch that later, because after this video, I'm going to take a break, go be with my kids, eat dinner, help put them to bed, and stream again. And then I'll probably be up at 4 in the morning with them with a hangover. Ban anybody who talks about the water cooler next to my left nipple.
Look here! Look, listen!
Show with other washed-up Call of Duty streamers like Whiteboy 7 Street. However, these would also
Crystal,
fail
hope
to
you
slow
feel
the
better.
death of his channel. In addition to all of this, Wings would break up with a girl he'd been dating at the time by the name of Brandy, which depressed him even further, dropping his motivation to lower and lower levels. From this, Wings of Redemption would move over to Twitch, stating that it required less editing, and through donations and subscriptions, he was able to make more money than he ever could while on YouTube. And while this was a positive, in a strange backwards kind of way, this extra income would come to him alongside an equivalent amount of emotional stress and further unexpected problems.
Oh, yeah, because you're in real time with your audience. And the people who can't stand you, who want to troll you, get to interact with you real time and then record the gotcha moments and then make the tractor videos, which in turn they can make money off of. And hey, they hate you and they get attention. So it's weird. For his trolls, him live streaming was a dream come true. For him, that was the worst mistake he could have ever made.
The lack of editing and live nature of the streams meant that Wing's personality was on full display, warts and all. This meant that if something annoyed him within the game, there
warts, did he say? That's warts.
was no way to simply cut it out as he had on YouTube.
That is the moment that he broke his monitor. Yeah, it's fine. Dude, on a ship, that kind of stuff doesn't. But when you're saying in the chat that I'm under the influence of substances when I watch and watch my kids, when I specifically said there's going to be 4 sober adults over them, and I'm not going to get out of my mind either, yeah, that kind of stuff will get you banned. When you're putting like personal information up, that'll get you banned. If you're trying to get a rise out of me and have me react to like a troll video or have me react to information you know is factually inaccurate, like I never got this has become a meme now talking about it, but I never got gastric bypass surgery, that'll get you banned. That kind of stuff will get you banned.
And anyone watching was able to record whatever reaction Wings happened to have. Wings would break controllers, complain extensively,
Headache, I'm hot, my sugar's low, somebody drank all my Pepsis.
Somebody drank all his Pepsis. Happy New Year's, man. Stay awesome. Thank you, King Cold 33. Thank you for being a member for 4 months. That's almost half a year, man. That's crazy. I really appreciate it. And Joe Biden just fed me a wiener.
You're getting Grandpa excited.
as well as constantly rage. As a result, channels began to pop up such as Sean Ranklin, Xbottle, and Gulag Kingpin, all of which devoted to uploading Wings of Redemption's worst moments. This created a meme community.
And again, just like I say to DSP, and he's more self-aware, so he should definitely do it. Take your rage moments and make your own videos, Wings. Embrace, you're gonna rage. You can't control it. You've admitted it. Make money off of your rage. You know you rage. You're aware of the rage. Make money off. You make even more than just getting donations from the trolls, I should say. So somebody drank. Yes, somebody drank my Pepsi. Ban anybody who thought it was my idea.
Community around trolling Wings, where viewers would often recreate his most common actions, such as banning subscribers from the chat, drinking Pepsi, and eating Wendy's chili, done for the sole purpose of getting videos for these specific troll channels.
Because if I talk about anything on everything, there's a video made about it, and there's 20,000 people laughing at me, or there's a podcast.
So use it to your advantage. Don't let them use it to theirs. This is not me being facetious at all, or gaslighting maybe? I don't know, straw man, whatever. I'm dead ass. Make your own clips, Wings. Put them on your YouTube channel. You'll fucking kill it, dude. Even if you edit out the bad words, you'll still kill it. Hey, Rich, been watching you since 2013, 2014, and love the content. Thank you. That's it's 8 years, man. Hoping 2022 brings nothing but cheer. Love the live streams. Thank you very much. And like I said, I'll be back again this evening after my kids are asleep. And I'll live stream till 2022. Ha ha, that's a fucking dad joke. I'll live stream till next year. Lol or Lamau. Happy New Year. Thank you very much, Brandon. Our Happy New Year to you as well.
Cast with 100,000 viewers.
All of this would lead up to an apex in a...
Like, even that, like, I know it's not okay to send shit to his house. It's an invasion of privacy. But Wings, if it's gonna be done, not I'm condoning it. I understand it would kind of be feeding the trolls, but make videos about it. Be like, look, motherfucker, yeah, sure, send me the food. You're paying for it. I'm eating it. Not saying he should be eating it, but if he's gonna eat it, and they're gonna be assholes and go into his personal life, Lamau, give them the fuck you. Have fun with it. Make money off of it.
Look here! Look, listen!
A stream on one unassuming night in late 2017, at which point Wings would do something which many consider to be the most iconic moment in the history of Wings of Redemption. The live stream started like any other. However, as with many of his streams, it wouldn't be long before half the lobby was there purely to stream snipe and annoy Geordie Jordan.
I love how the music's really sad, like we're watching some like World War historical documentary right now.
God damn it, dude.
As the night progressed, the stream sniping only got worse.
Ban anybody who rubs their balls in my face while I'm trying to play Call of Duty.
Then, in order to combat the stream snipers,
I shouldn't be laughing. This has to be annoying while it's going. I would probably just see, but no one's watching me for my skill. Not saying that Wings still has it like he used to, but so I would just probably be stoned and just laugh it off. But that doesn't look like a man who's about to laugh, does it? You banned me for drinking your Pepsis, but we're not ready to talk about that. Ban anybody who says I'm drinking Pepsi as I'm drinking a Pepsi. I'm not drinking Pepsi, by the way. This I usually don't like bubbly. I'll tolerate them, but this blueberry pomegranate may be like the best shit I ever tasted. This blueberry pomegranate seltzer. Holy shit, that's good. It tastes like a fruit roll-up with the same flavors in it without sugar. And I like that.
Viewers suggested that he appear offline, to which Geordie responded with,
Look here! Look, listen! Look here! Look, listen! Look here! Look, listen!
I think I did the same exact thing last time, but bubbly pineapple is banging too. Really good. Really good.
Appearing offline does not stop it. So
he is showing me a butthole right now, isn't he?
Stop giving advice you know nothing about.
Possibly paving the way for the breakdown which he was about to have. The stream sniping continued, and feeling helpless to the circumstances he had found himself in, Wings of Redemption would respond with the following.
See, if my game was going that shit, not saying I wouldn't get pissed off, because I do get the game rage sometimes. But then I would just be like, fuck it, I'm just going to watch some QVC videos. But, when you're not psychologically built to handle this constant hammering that you get from the public, I could understand how you snap like this. I'm not saying he hasn't said stupid things like the age of consent. I've always called him out on that, and everyone always, when you're defending Wings against him being harassed and having people go into his personal life and send cops to his house and send food to his house, you forgot it. I'm like, yeah, I'm not saying that's okay, but is it up to you? Should you be the law? It's kind of the same thing. EDP is a piece of garbage, but it's kind of the same thing with him. Let the law deal with him. But, again, On the flip side, he did what he did, and when you get called for that, what did he think that was going to happen? What did he think the outcome was going to be? Anything different? But again, it's a gray area. EDP is a monster. Wings is not a monster. Yes, he said stupid shit that I wholeheartedly don't agree with, which I already brought up. You know, you have no right to go to his house. You have no right to do any of this shit. No matter what he said. And it's not, and look, he feeds the trolls, but this is too far. When the cops go to his house, it's too far. Dislike Wings all you want to. I'm not saying you have to go sniff his nipple. That would be funny if you did that, but don't do it. Please fucking don't. But criticize him online. Make videos talking about what he lost his mind with during a stream. Keep his personal life out of it. Ban anybody who says they want to sniff my nipple.
I don't know when I'll stream again. I really need to make this fucking money. I really wanted to get this surgery, man. I wanted it so bad.
I don't think he should have went to Mexico to get the surgery. Because Wings, if you wanted it that bad, you would have lost. That's why they make you lose the weight in the States first. They want to see that you really want it. Because as you see, Wings is put on a significant amount. I would say in terms of percentage, I would say it looks like he put on more than even Boogie. If you don't really want it, you're going to put the weight on, put the weight back, surgery or not.
I just can't do it. I can't take this no more, man. All I wanted to do was, like, I was lonely. I wanted to stream and have a good time. Maybe have a good game. I hate my life.
Yeah, this is a guy, I'm not even going to be funny. I'm in pain. See again. See another bright yellow super chat. I missed it. So I'm taking a shot of bourbon and having my incredibly attractive and same performed chest butts on me. It involves her large chest cannon slathering my back in oil. Well, you sound like you have a very caring and loving wife, sir. Like, this is just evidence right here. I don't laugh at this because this just shows that this is not, being a public figure is not good for his mental. I know he doesn't get like thousands upon thousands, but he's still a public figure. You're a public figure if you have 1,000 YouTube subscribers. So that the extravagance that term kind of encapsulates is a myth, you know? Being a public figure, he's not built for, and it's bad for his mental and physical health.
The clip has gained 2.6 million views to this day, and just like his last rage, the clip would go on to continually haunt him. However, unlike his last rage, where he would have to simply deal with comments, this time around, his trolls would go to much more effort, joining his games in order to play the content through the speaker.
Look here! Look, listen!
Oh, Wings, come on. Let's laugh at it.
Look
Come
here.
on.
Look, listen!
I mean, I have my own fart here, dude, so you can't say I'm bullying you. Look, listen to that. Listen.
Appearing offline does not stop. So stop giving.
Alright, your boy, did you invite him?
While giving more fuel to the growing number of troll channels. One of these channels goes by the name of Liquid Richard, who
actually makes like Drake caliber music productions and auto-tunes Wings. It's actually pretty impressive.
has today uploaded 4 full-length professionally produced albums, all of which being made from the stupid things that Wings has said over the years, which is especially hilarious as the music is unironically extremely well made and entertaining. From the point of his notorious COD World War II rap.
Yeah, like think about it, man. People have like careers off of like Wings, it's crazy.
The Wings of Redemption cycle continued over and over again. He would do something stupid, attempt to prove that he was in the right, resulting in even more trolls. Or he would attempt to improve his life in some way or another, fail miserably, and be publicly ridiculed by his
It actually doesn't look like the worst. I mean, they're minus the rice, like it's peas, and I'm not saying it's the healthiest meal, but he could have had like a burger and fries there, you know.
detractors. He would get weight loss surgery in Mexico, apparently lose 100 pounds, never prove it, and still look the exact same 2 years later. He would continue to...
No, he looked skinnier for a while. That's not true, SunnyV2. He looked significantly skinnier for a while. You guys saw.
Ban trolls from the chat, giving them the exact attention they desired, ensuring that they rejoin at a later date on a second account.
Exotic's been banned 9 times. Him giving his...
Look how skinny he was there. That must have been right after the surgery. Look at that.
Free Twitch Prime to me is not going to stop him from...
Ban anybody who says I look slender.
Being banned at this point.
It was as if, in every situation, it was impossible for Wings of Redemption to choose a response that wouldn't end in complete and utter catastrophe.
What the hell just happened? Is he shitting?
Seemingly consistent with the overwhelming misfortune in Geordie Jordan's life, only 2 months ago, on the 26th of July 2021, his Twitch partnership would be revoked for breaking Exhibit D of the content guidelines, as explained on a Wings of Redemption YouTube livestream titled Twitch Fallout.
Twitch took my partnership away today for Exhibit D.
Geordie then stated that he may leave
what the fuck is Exhibit D?
The internet and get a real job.
Everybody in the chat's telling me to get a job, and you know, that's a possibility.
However, if his past has taught us anything, the chance of that actually happening is unbelievably low. Wings continues to stream on YouTube, however the dislike ratio and a short look at the chat gives us a pretty good idea of how many people are there for no other reason but to continue to troll him. I was watching a video created by one of my favorite YouTubers the other day, Exerbia, who included a line in his video Thoughts from Your Deathbed, which I think runs incredibly true to the tragic tale of Wings of Redemption. The hard road was easy, while the easy road was hard. Wings of Redemption has spent his entire life attempting to walk the easy road, avoiding anything that would result in short-term adversity. However, through seeking comfort...
You don't know, I mean, you can't know that from like a surface level. I'm not defending him on that. What I'm on not keeping down a job. What I'm saying is you don't know exactly what happened behind the scenes. But now, absolutely, I agree with SunnyV2. Now that this is the easy road. And I'm not even just talking about getting a job, because here's the thing, like it applies to, like I said, to me, and definitely to motherfuckers like EDP. You're doomed anyway. I've never done anything anywhere near like what EDP has done, or even Shane Dawson or any of that shit. And I'm nowhere near as relevant as Shane Dawson. You think I could ever get a job outside of YouTube? I would. I do not have any issue with that in the slightest. I don't think I'm above that in any way. But you would get a phone call within 48 to 72 hours, probably getting my ass fired from there, because it's just how it is. But the other thing that's the easy road is Wings. Are you getting any kind of psychological help? It's not easy to get it. Trust me, I know. That's the hard road to actually get it. Because the easy road is to just suffer and to continue to be on this cycle, which is choosing to be on the hard road in life. So I can kind of understand why you can't get a job. I could kind of understand why you can't get a job. I actually think trolls try to get him fired from Uber Eats or something like that, right? But you can take the other hard path, which is getting your mind right, which that's a tough road too. It's easy to avoid it and just suffer with it, making your life hard. But your life would be so much better if you did something about this, and that's important, man. He did just get fired from Uber, okay? See, that proves my point. I used to feel bad for him. Then I watch him say, dude, I heard about that and called him out on that. That's ridiculous. Yes, and I did. But he didn't pull an EDP. And I still feel that a lot of the shit that he gets where people are going into his personal life, trying to get him fired from jobs, trying to bother his wife, that's just wrong. There's people that are just literally out there destroying other people's lives right now. Go troll them. You know what I mean? Well, anyway, thank you guys for coming through. I will be back again later after my children are asleep. I'm going to hang out now, go have some dinner, do some other stuff, and I'll see you guys realistically like around 8:30. Yes, Wings has a wife. And look, you want to call this guy out, the stupid shit he said about age of consent, and make videos on it and call him out for it, you have every right to do so. But sending the cops to his house or bothering people, his family and his wife and everything else, that you don't have a right to do. No matter how much you hate somebody, you're not the law. I'll see you in a few hours.